Hello and welcome back to another video. Just looking here at Theme Park on the Sega Mega Drive. I'm just trying to find out where to find the comments thing. I think you've got to go on View Watch page. Well, yeah, I thought I'd live stream this. Last night I did do it. I'd actually been out for a meal, had a couple of pints down the pub, come back, ended up drinking a couple of San Miguel 660ml bottles as well. It's not actually responding at the moment, rather annoyingly. And yeah, I think I did a really good live stream. Unfortunately, there's no actual record of it because... what's it saying now? A lot of not responding. I think I found the comments thing anyway, so that's the important part. Hopefully we're actually getting some footage on the stream. Hello and welcome back to another video. This is Theme Park on the Sega Mega Drive. Not quite sure what happened there. Seemed to completely reset the stream and then start it again. So this is Theme Park, and probably one of my favourite games. So many happy memories of playing this with friends, as well as late nights on my own. And probably... what's going on there? Yeah, probably, sorry, Russ has just made a comment. How you doing, Russ? He watched a bit last night, today watched a review from Gamer XP. Yeah, I mean, I'd definitely recommend this game, or at least playing it, you know, it's absolutely incredible. So to start off with, you can choose where to play. There is a cost to that. Unfortunately, I've only got 200 grand in the bank, so I'm going to go in the United Kingdom, which is free. So, but this is a great startup for like people who want to get into strategy games. Really enjoyable. You basically got to set up your own theme park, and you've got to invest money into research and development, and other things happen along the way. It eases you in very gently. I was probably first introduced to this, strangely enough, on the Amiga. I've also played it quite a lot on the Atari Jaguar, and that was a really good version. So I've got the Ghost Train there, that's set up. I've not opened the gates yet. Get them having a coffee straight away. As soon as you get in, get yourself a coffee. Russ says, have you played Jurassic Park Operation Genesis? I did play a Jurassic Park game the other week on my EverDrive. I actually took a photo of the password, so I got past the first level, but I can't actually remember which one it was now. It was pretty cool though. He was sort of a guy going around with a gun. That's the best way I could describe it. I think it was sort of a bit overhead. So the grey bits are the actual path, and then these bits are the queues. So I think what I'll do is I'll open my park up. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, no, don't do that. That's it, it's open now. So note how big the bus is to begin with, and that gets bigger, so get some helps as well. So obviously saying that people would be willing to pay more to enter the park. I've not got a problem with that. Obviously I've already spent out considerably. Oh right, I see, yeah, that's the one that's on the Xbox that's worth loads of money. No, I've not played it. Probably I would be into it. I've got a bit of a thing for strategy games at the minute. I've had to ban myself from playing Command & Conquer. Just can't play it anymore. On Monday night, it was 1:30 in the morning when I finished playing it, and I just thought, this is getting stupid, it's getting out of hand. It's getting to be an addiction. You know, I still didn't do the level. I just thought, I've got to stop playing this game now, so... Brilliant game, brilliant series of games, but not good if you've got things to do like go work. But no, I've not tried that Jurassic Genesis one. Just Need to get a few more shops up and running. Balloon shops all go down a bit of a treat. I ought to think about getting a cleaner so you can hire staff. Handyman here. There is a little bit of a glitch with these. In fact, it's not worth employing one yet because there's not enough mess. Eventually I'll need an engineer to fix my rides. Basically it's all about sitting back now. If you like this then you'll like it, yeah. But I don't know, I just probably don't really want to get involved in it, like Command and Conquer. It becomes too much too quick. I get addicted to them sort of games, I can't stop bloody playing them. Like this theme park, but luckily there is a password scheme with this. But I played through all of this years ago. You can basically go to different countries and things. What's crack with saving for this then? Oh yes, no, yeah, I see, yeah. No, you get passwords. There's no saving. There's no mystery battery in the yellow piece of the EA cartridge. It's all a hoax, unfortunately. As was often the case. I mean, when you think about it, the games that got battery backup, they're a bit of a concern really. I mean, I've got quite a few, like Sensible Soccer has, Micro Machines 96. You know, in reality, I don't really need the battery backup features, so is it worth removing the battery? Although to be fair, they all still work. And of course, I just mostly use the EverDrive these days, just because it's easier. I've come to terms with it. Still don't know what I'm doing with all my games. Don't know if I'm going to get rid of some of the Mega Drive stuff or just keep it all, or it's just a burden on space, to be fair. I like the idea now of just being able to get a big box and put it all in a big box. Just up and leave and just chuck the big box in my parents' loft and just get it later. You know, I've got, well, I'd say I've got a substantial collection. I've not really, not compared to other people, but I guess you shouldn't really gauge yourself against people with YouTube channels because, you know, they generally end up with quite a bit of stuff. Well, yeah, it's a bit of the waiting game at the minute. I don't think you can speed up the game. What I can do is I can stick some trees in. So apple trees. This is for the poorer people who can't actually afford the food. They can actually get apples. So, and I'll put them at the front as well. There's a bit of a token of generosity. So there we go. Some nice apple trees. And unfortunately, you start off with what they call the toilet shed, but what I need to do is I need to put some money into research. I'm not researching. I need to get the brains a working. So current loan, 100 grand. I may have to top that up if I want to get some of the better rides. Now the thing with the Mega Drive version is a slight disappointment, although the way they handled it was amazing, is the roller coaster sections on like the Amiga and I think also the Jaguar. It was sort of 3D-ish, whereas it's sort of scaled back on the Mega Drive, but they still do a really good job of it, to be fair, and it doesn't, you know, hamper the gameplay whatsoever. So I presume it's also come out on the PC. I've never played it on a PC. I've never really been much of a PC person. Have considered buying a gaming PC in the past. So unfortunately that's the toilet to begin with. You're looking at festival standard toiletry there. So I'm just going to leave it there. I'm probably going to put a tree next to it. Just an orange tree, just make it smell a bit nicer. So there we go. So you can look at all types of things as well here, different stats. Money in, it's took a bit of a dip, don't know what's happened. Probably talked about. Money out, that's going down a bit. Bus people, all-time high, they're just tight. Gate cash is going down. Staff cost is evened out. Shop cash, struggling. So I can also look at all the specs for the shops. So let's have a look at Balloon Land. No customers so far, but a €5, shall we say, euro profit there on every balloon. Crash Test Gaming. Does this game have an ending? Never really played it much back in the day. I can't remember if it does have an ending. When you bought every single country and been there. I don't know if it does. King Arthur, Tom says play this a lot on the Amiga, never for the Mega Drive though. Yeah, really good on the Amiga. That's really good anyway, this game is. This game would be really good on mobile platforms, I suppose. It's probably on mobile platforms. No idea, but Mega Drive version definitely dear to my heart. Really need an upgrade on the toilets though. The toilet shed, bad standing. So tree fence, unnecessary, but well, you got to do your bit, haven't you? Try to make it look nice. People are enjoying themselves on the bouncy castle there. The cleaner seems to be keeping himself busy. Engineer, I mean, this must be probably one of the easiest jobs in the entire world, is being an engineer in a theme park, because the work is so slack, but yet you still have to keep them employed. It's not like they'll say, oh, I'll do a bit of cleaning or buy out the land. Now this is, it makes it more profitable when you actually sell your theme park, but it puts you in a lot of debt to begin with, although I believe that sum increases over time. I'm not going to buy it straight away. So here we go on the charts. Debut year in at number 2. The richest, number 1. The most exciting, number 11. Okay. Amenities, obviously they've been and seen the toilet and taken that into account, still giving me a 1 there. Stuart, how are you? Yes, more hello. Satisfying, 11. Only 11th most satisfying. The biggest, of course, bigger, better. Number 2 there. And the most pleasant. That's because I put the orange tree by the toilet. So looking at the overall stats there, part value, it's gone up 30 grand in a year. I've not done bad. Takings aren't too jolly. The expenses are quite high. I'm not going to sell a part for 60 grand. That's not enough to buy another country. People would be willing to pay more though to enter the theme park. I'm not surprised to hear that. This is the thing you're constantly battling with. What ratio have you got into research into your rides, etc.? I think it might be a bit more basic on the Mega Drive. You've just got here a screen to put research per month. I've got it maxed. That's basically it. I think it was a bit more in depth on the old Amiga. I'm presuming if this was on the Amiga, it must be on the Atari ST as well. I know the Atari Jaguar version is really good, same as Cannon Fodder on the Atari Jaguar. I don't know if I've got any new exciting rides yet. Or I've got a maze. You know, that's the highlight. You need a big queue for that. I'm getting them deep now, I'm going to go round. Of course, eventually it becomes complete chaos in later levels where you've got that many rides and things going on. When it starts to go wrong, it really goes wrong. Like I've made a bit of a mess of that really. Forcing them to come to the ride. But certainly to begin with, it's nice and easy. Stu says, I could never play this, I would do okay, and it got to the point where my part got to a certain size and I would start hemorrhaging money. Yeah, you've got to get out when the going's good, basically. Especially to start off with. As soon as you get offered enough money to buy somewhere else, that's really what you need to do. Now that engineer finally going to get him doing some work. Unbelievable to see smoke coming from a bouncy castle. I'm sure there's some sort of danger there. Now people are saying they want hot dogs, so I've been neglecting them. And I've been neglecting one of the biggest money spinners in the game, which is Coke and fries. People just can't get enough of the Coke and fries. They're already saying the fries are going to go up by 12. These are highly profitable. I'm not going to go 12, I'm going to go 55. I feel bad taking too much money. Of course, what you've got to do is get them on the old Coke. Can't get enough of it. People are still looking for a burger, but we've just not discovered burger technology yet here on the theme park. Gadget UK. Used to play us on the PC. Fun game. Starts to do your head in after a while though, laughing out loud. Yeah, I think I used to play it with a lot of people, and you just take it in turns. And you just get further and further. I think like you got more and more in-depth technologies obviously as the game went on. I can't remember now, to be fair, if you could get every single ride and every single sort of thing on the first level or not. Well, yeah, it was basically the same thing. I guess on the Mega Drive there was nothing else like it, and it just works fantastically well. All the details, the little people. I mean, unfortunately, I'm having to play it in 50 Hz because that's the only way it works with the Elgato via composite, via that switcher. But I don't, that's just that. I'm not too bothered. But it is a really impressive game, I think. Now, this is something I spotted last night when I was playing it. Look how many people have got balloons. See, 2 people with balloons there. Alright, just 2 people so far. There's a 3rd person with a balloon. So then I go to the balloon place. Oh, okay, I've had 3 customers. Because last night there was about 30 people with balloons. I went to the balloon shop and I sold about 6. And that's when I realised someone was undercutting me on the balloons in the theme park. I don't know if it was the guy from the cola place or the fries. There was somebody else distributing balloons on the side in the theme park last night. That I am certain. Maybe it was people getting high on helium. It was something I'd never seen in a theme park before, but it was absolutely rampant everywhere. So it's a theme park world and the PC was good, but the Scottish Helper character would talk all the time, would start every sentence by clearing his throat. It became very annoying. Yeah, I can imagine it did, yeah. Actually, I had Theme Hospital, and that was the most annoying thing about that. I can't even remember what it was now, but every time there was something wrong, they'd start shouting something. And when it went crazy, it just shouting that constantly. Put a fry stand with lots of salt next to the drink stand, yeah, that's what I used to do. I feel bad doing that though, Yeah, the best deal negotiation minigame ever. I don't know, I'm not happy about them snap negotiations. They start off alright, they only want like 3%. Then, next time round they're pushing for like 20%. You don't go to it, they go on strike. You've got litter building up everywhere. Cleaner's doing quite well at the minute, but there's definitely a glitch in this game when you get a massive theme park where your cleaner's just not cutting the mustard. I may have to get another one. Might buy an entertainer as well, really splash the cash. I've not bought a great deal so far. There we go, got an entertainer now. Yeah, I reckon they were nicking them balloons, I'll tell you now. It was unbelievable. You've got to keep your eye on these people. So what new things have we got here? The salon. Let's set people a few drinks. Look at that. Is that salon? That's Toyland. That's duck shoot, Toyland, gun shoot, salon, saloon, salon. It's not. That's where you get your hair cut, isn't it? It's a saloon. This will get people revved up for that ghost train. I'm making a bit of a mess of the layout, to be fair. Straight over that engineer. Come to our private grounds here at the salon. We've even got a roundabout. A T-junction. So we've got to see what else we've got. Some lamp posts, they always go down well. Palm trees. Living La Vida Loca. That's snazzy. So things seem to be going quite well in the park at the minute. I've not checked how the monetary situation was going. You should put your entertainers next to the longest queues so people won't leave. Oh yeah. When the queues used to get too big, I just used to shorten the queue. Just delete it, so they'd have to go somewhere else. I guess it didn't. Oh, someone's complaining about toilets, I think. Or they're not sure whether they're a man or they want to be a man or a woman. It's one or the other. The toilets have completely gone now. Hopefully we've got what they refer to as the super toilet, or as I like to call it, the super loo. Note how it looks like, you know, an 18 pack of Andrex. But people really love this. You win like toilet industry provider of the year awards and things for this. It's fantastic. There's big queues. It's just busy. I mean, I'm looking to add more rides. My favourite rides are these ones, the water ones. I had to figure this out last night. I can't remember now. Yeah. The water ones and the go-kart tracks and the roller coasters. Unfortunately, they cost quite a bit of money, but they are really awesome. So second again. Was I in third last year? Cannot even remember. Fourth richest now. Things that took a turn for the worst. Increase on the exciting. The amenities still number one. Satisfying. It's just weird how you can win number one amenities, but be the least satisfying. Still the biggest. 11th most pleasant. Yeah, a little bit disappointing actually. So I could sell the part for 123,000. I think if I try and do that, it'll tell me that there's not enough anywhere I can buy for that. Yeah, cheapest place is 300,000. So I'm stuck with the park. People saying raise the price if you will. I'm Brit. Whoa. 42. That's the profit in alcohol there. Jesus Christ, that's the most profitable thing. So I was thinking of that water feature. Now again I'm queuing, I'll tell you. I used to, I guess, sadistically, I used to get the rides and then put them on full bore, especially like the roller coaster and the water ones, so the people would all fall out and have accidents and stuff. I'll probably do that once I've got it built up. It is quite funny. No, I'm doing that wrong again. That's it. It's always weird how that worked, but I'll get my head around it. You used to build massive tracks that took up the whole park. You don't realise how much it's costing until you're finished. But yeah, at the time in the 90s, I'd never played a game like this before. It was so accessible. It was very easy to get to grips with, I found. Oh, we've got problems at the ghost train now. It's non-stop. Sometimes it don't work. Luckily they've got that question mark thing, which was a good idea. Castano says he played this quite a bit on the PC as well. You can get it for cheap in the good old game sale that's going on now. Yeah, I've only got a laptop. It can barely do YouTube streaming, never mind that. Oh man, I'm going to need 2 engineers. Hit hard times. Yeah, to be fair, I have thought, you know, maybe get a decent gaming machine, like something I've never really got into, especially with like RTSs and things like this. Strategy games, obviously the best suited to those platforms. Now, before people get out of hand, I'm going to have to bring in the heavies. Like security out the front. Just making sure we don't want no knives or guns or things coming in. £1.65 for a copy of this for the PC. See, that might be a danger for me with the PC because the games are so cheap. Oh no, I've deleted my bloody apple tree. How are the poor people going to eat now? Well, I'm going to have some spooky trees near the ghost train. Oh, that's where I was going on the path for the... Oh, forget it was a bad idea. Fire hazard. If you put that tree there, it could potentially cause a fire. You must... Oh no. And you best... No. Okay, just have one there. Let's call it a day on that. So let's get this water ride on the go. That's... How do you spin it round? Oh no, not that one. No. There is a way to spin it round. No, there is. No, it's not that. Maybe there isn't a way to spin it around. I might have imagined that. Well, that's fine anyway. Maybe you put it there and it. Might have been bad placement by me there. Might I could empty them out to the saloon. I'll get used to saying that word one day, I'm sure. So we've got them going that way. We need to get them. This would be a big queue. This would be a popular one. So that's it. Off you go. Off you plod. Right, Matt. Panini Football says he's never got into PC gaming. Yeah. I remember a friend of mine when I was like 16 having a PC, and he showed me this game on it, and it was like this space game. I don't know if you had to fly something, because all we really watched was the intro to it. But at the time, I was like, holy, I can't believe it. It's like watching a proper, like, you know, animated movie. It was unbelievable. But that was about as far as I got with it, to be fair. Other than that, someone I know had one, and they had. This was just before the PlayStation came out. I think they had Elite 2 on the PC, and I think they had an F1 game. And then the PlayStation came out with the F1 game on that, and I think pretty much people moved on to that instead. But yeah, I never really got into it, the Doom era or anything like that. When I first got a PC, I got it off a friend, and he said this would be indestructible. It was me and my housemate at the time. He said this is indestructible, this PC, because there's nothing you can go on that won't knacker it up. Well, to cut a long story short, by the end of the week we'd give it him back. It was completely locked up, wouldn't turn on or do anything else, because of course it was the first time I ever on the internet, so I was screwing mental on it. Like, did play Soldier of Fortune online, but we only had a mouse, so yeah, so I weren't very good at it with the mouse. I think I just used to have auto run on. Stuart says, do what other YouTubers have done and have a GoFundMe to buy a gaming PC. Yeah, the mad thing is though, you probably would get some people to put money into it. But no, I don't think I'm going to bother. It's an interesting thing, obviously. What's his name? Nostalgia. Oh, something nerd, or I can't even remember now. I haven't subscribed to his channel. I know he just did one for. What was he? One of gaming PCs to play Doom 3 or something. I've seen on there someone had donated £100. So you know, maybe someone who subscribed to my channel would donate £100. I mean, that's not bad going, is it? But you know, what they're going to want in return. No, I can probably, you know, accommodate, but no, seriously, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd bother with anything like that. But it's amazing what people get these days on the internet. Looks like the war side's too long. People are getting sick. I'm learning a lot about this game today. Too long? What's wrong with them? You sure it's not the alcohol they've been drinking in the saloon that's made them sick? Because I know a lot of people would try and blame a ride. Look at I want to look at the specs for this place, because it is buzzing in there. 54 customers at a 50 profit, water amount average. It's doing a booming business in there, and I'm seeing a lot of people with balloons again. So I can hear people being sick. See, I just used to try and interpret what these things mean. This looks like this person's lost. They wish there were signposts. But, I mean, when you go to a theme park, do you get lost? So, I can buy signposts. To be fair, I've never really understood the signposts, so I never bothered with them. Maybe I can't. I think you can. Oh no, that's not a good move. Oh, that's it. Signposts. can hear people being sick though. Those people are fed up at the queues for the teacups. He's looking for the exit. Well, I've put the signs everywhere. Can't please some people. He's looking for someone with no head. You know, you've got to come to a theme park with realistic expectations. You can't expect to just come and find someone with no head. It's just ridiculous. So here we go, 1998, good year, 4th place. Castana says he thinks the UK is much more console-minded than the Netherlands. Pretty much everyone I know from here moved from the 16-bit computers to PCs. Maybe ordinary people did, I don't know. I just didn't know, I was just stuck with my consoles. I'm not making enough money on ticket prices. What, 527 grand? Am I dreaming? That can't be true, surely. Matt said it's nice of Millwall folks to put their crimes at Wembley on YouTube for the courts to use as evidence. Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but it wouldn't surprise me in this day and age. People are daft. And he says, check out Lawn Boys top 10 Mass System games top video. Yeah, I will do. Yeah, take a look. To be fair, I used to slate the Mass System a bit. To be fair, but since I got the Everdrive and I've been playing a lot of the games, there are actually some really good stuff on the system. Like, I really enjoyed Alex Kidd's Shinobi World, My Hero. Summer Games was one I used to play loads anyway. There's some pretty cool games on it. It is definitely technically more advanced than the NES. There's no denying that. Staff negotiations. Take them in, coming back. Take them. The biscuit's nearly gone on 2.6%. Now you think that's alright. You watch when they come next time, they really will leave me with a stinging ring. Bad news, that is. Yeah, I mean, I went Mega Drive. I hung on for quite a bit when N64. It was after N64 come out, and I got a Saturn because I was going to this. I think it was called Computer Exchange, so it was probably like the old CEX. It was in Birmingham, and the PlayStation had literally just come out, and the Saturn was already on its arse. And they were selling it for next to nothing. So because I was willing to Sega, I thought, well, I'll try the Saturn out, because someone I knew had a Saturn who I worked for, and I played Sega Rally around their house. I was really impressed. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to get Saturn, the underdog. And at the time there was a ton of good games out for it, including like Panzer Dragoon 2, the Daytona, the second Daytona was out at that point. I think like that Shinobi game was out, and I just kept hiring out, well, not hiring out, I kept just going and getting the games and then trading them in and getting more games. And then eventually it became really obvious that the PlayStation was a leading machine and everyone was going about Final Fantasy 7, so I got the PlayStation. At that point I was pretty hooked, I think, so as soon as I seen the PlayStation 2, it wasn't long until I sort of come up with some master plan to be able to afford the £300 price tag. Then that sort of went a bit wrong. The disc tray, after about 5 years or something, ended up trading it in for an Xbox, an original one. Then I got the 360, and then I lost all interest in it in about, I don't know, 2009, and moving back to all the retro stuff. So Matt's first Master System was Super Tennis until I got R-Type. Yeah, I remember Super Tennis actually. That was a hard game to play. R-Type, very good on the Master System actually. So yeah, things are, I don't know if they're going well. Stuart seems to know more about what people are thinking on the park. I'm blatantly ignoring them, but yeah. Well, what I'll do, because these people have been complaining, so what I'll do is this will sort them out. This will give them something to complain about. And away you go. Oh no, that's it. That's created a new sort of issue now. You can't get off. It's never ending. Well, you may be able to exit once. I don't know how this will work out for these people. Maybe I should end this lunacy. Well, we're going to see. I thought they'd actually crash. Maybe that's on the go-karting thing that happens. That person not very happy with the balloon. Why are they not happy? They've got a balloon, you've got plenty of beer at the saloon, got a never-extending water flume. So what I'll do is I'll cut it down, so I think, I'll take the advice on board. Oops, oh, he's out. Not sure if he's died actually. But just act like Alton Towers and pretend, there's nothing we could have done. That might help. What do you think? Let me know. Someone's being sick. That's not a nice sound. I wish they hadn't included that. Well, it's not so long now, surely. That's the sort of length I'd like to go on a water tubing for. So Castara says Massimo is a pretty good system. Sega should have kept the FM sound intact though. Yeah, I don't know. I've watched a few videos with comparisons of the sound. I think they did well with the mono stuff. I'm not sure. Maybe if all the games had the stereo sound. Certainly on the Mega Drive it does make a big difference with certain games when they've got that actual channel separation. So I don't know what's new in the world of shops. The gun shoots. Well, that would be nice. Get them 10. Put this by the saloon. By the end of this video I'll be able to say that word correctly, I'm sure of it. Whoa, more than I can afford. What's happened? I'm minus 13k. I think that thing about bleeding money's happened. Right, I'm going to back the research right off and put the prices up. Times like these you've got to think on your feet. Don't sit around waiting for advice. I think you should raise the price of your burgers up by about 18. Good idea. That's the thing. I've not been keeping up on maintenance on this park. Ghost house has broke down. I've got to get to the burger place. This is what keeps me going on these strategy games. This is what I realised is that what actually happens is you become so consumed with all the little mini objectives you need to do or tasks that all need attending to that time just flies by and you end up like I did on Monday night at 1:30 in the morning, like just trying to put control down, playing Command and Conquer on the Saturn. Not really good to be fair, but I have to look in all these shops. Prices have got to go up, we're just not making the money. People need a drink, they've got to pay. You think when you go somewhere nowadays how much they charge you for a drink of Coca-Cola? 50 is an absolute bargain, they're still piling from your door. Cleaners, again a glitch in this game. You can pick them up and distribute them to different places. I've got 3 cleaners, you see, this one's just walking around here on his own. Look, he's going down the queue, what for? Touching people up, looking to see if they've dropped anything. You can sack people, you can actually check their individual performance as well. No, that's talking about a person. Obviously it's a little bit clicky. So he's been working 100% of the time, he's been employed 10 years, his monthly wage is 102. So that's really all the details you get in there. Can give him the boot, but I'm worried about his wife and his 3 children, so I'm just going to let him be for now. Got problems at the bouncy castle. Got bigger things to deal with. Everywhere's broke down. Balloons. What we're selling balloons at in a minute. Need to increase the prices. A lot of balloons going out. You think when someone comes by with a balloon how much money they want to charge you for it. 25 is a bargain. There's even an entertainer outside. I'm still flocking in. Let's see what they say. Tell us what they're saying, Stuart. What's that per se? He needs a burger. He's looking for the exit. I've put signs up. Can't help some people. Minus 2k. So I'm just hoping for a big bid really to end the video and sell the park. Oh no, don't want to delete it. That's the ultimate goal here. Action packed on the maze. So I suppose I can't really afford to buy anything, that's the problem, without taking out another loan. Is it worth the payoff taking out another loan, increasing the park, and then just selling it out? I don't know if a loan comes off the price of the park. I don't think it does. Let's see what happens in a minute. Near the end of the year now, so looking at 300,000. 350,000, it's yours if you want to buy it. A semi-constructed theme park with an overly long water feature, entertainers, a well-oiled and worked ghost train, teacups that are breaking down. The merry-go-round, as they call it, not so merry at the moment. 4K. Paper Clown, Custado, I see you. People have asked about you in Polish streams, they haven't seen you in ages. So the cleaner's monthly wage is 102 and a drink is 50! Yeah, that's how it works. This is in the UK. That's the advance when you go to other countries. The wages are a lot cheaper. I'm only the 14th richest. It's not like, I'm doing it for the good of the company. It's for everyone. It's for our future. It's not for it's for our future. Stanland's for everyone who works there. Well, the fourth most exciting theme park in the world now. It was second in the amenities. Professor Keating has overtaken us. 20th most satisfying, usually was there. Second most biggest, Sam Bullen's been spending the big bucks. And the 5th most pleasant, which I believe is an increase year on year. Oh, the park value's not going, it's not working out this. This could be a 17-hour stream. Custado is still alive. That's what you're saying. But how do I know it's not the murderer who's killed you and is now on your computer sat around your house because you're in the freezer? And he's trying to convince himself and other people that he hasn't actually killed you and you are still alive. I can't be sure. When people say I see you, do they really? There's an awesome game on the PS1 called Baldi. Right. Is it a hair transplant simulator? Or does that mean people are happy? I can't seem to click on it anyway. Got 19k in the bank. Could be time for an expansion. I think I'm going to take a loan anyway. These are like 1994 interest rates, so it's reasonably decent. So Custado says he'll be doing some streams maybe soon. He's procrastinating. Yeah, I'm only doing a stream really because I want to do a video on this game and it'd take about 100 years for me to upload this to YouTube. It'd probably melt my laptop and burn my house down. And B, now I've got the Elgato, well, not Elgato, it's not like some sort of semi-frozen sort of dessert with cream around it. I think it's Elgato, well, whatever. Now I've got that thing, it's just easy. So Paper Clown says, who is that rival of yours from decades ago? The old rivals. He's the guy who always did videos about scan lines and you two are always at each other. Do you still talk to him? I think you mean Lloyd, Mr. Retro Dreaming, probably. No, I don't talk to him. No, I know you thought at one point that I was actually friends with him, but no. At one point, I did get on quite well with him. I mean, he's got my address, so maybe he's going to come round and kill me, I don't know. But, no, not really. By some sort of weird circumstance, I actually used to play on Xbox Live with his brother quite a lot. And so, that's really the only connection. But yeah, he's an interesting guy, I suppose. Yeah, I do tend to, I don't know. If I'm going to rub someone up the wrong way, I do seem to rub them up the wrong way quite a lot. And yeah, he didn't like it, to be fair. But I don't know if he's still doing the rounds or he's just give up or what he's up to. I think I'm 94k up. Don't know. Why won't it work? The mains. Right. Costado says he feels alive, but could be my killer. Who knows? Well, that is the thing, really. Who knows? And the way you say it so calmly as well. You know, it's not like there's any sort of alarming tone to your typing, is it? So that's him. He changed his name. I just forgot who he was. I think it was originally Beans on Ghost, which was a really cool username. I think should have stuck with that one. He said it was funny the way you two teased. Yeah, well in the end I just didn't really have time to keep arguing with him, but yeah, I suppose as someone on the outside it was funny. I've upset quite a few people on YouTube I suppose over the time. Really over daft things. But there we go. El Gato, isn't that the bad guy from the Three Amigos? I don't know. If you're telling me it is, I'm saying it is, yeah. I'll trust it, yeah. I mean, I've got this castle's not working well. Because what you've got the problem here is obviously as times get on, obesity is becoming a bigger problem in the UK, and the bouncy castle is under a lot more strain than it was, say, when we were first opened in 1994. Now we're in 1999. So, right, 48 Victoria Road, Chatham, Kent. There, my address. Right, I'll be round later. Steal all your Tizer. Steal all your Tizer supplies. Might take a Gillingham scarf off the wall. See if you notice. If people on YouTube get upset and been through nothing, yeah, well, mainly it is nothing. I mean, I think so. I think anything that wasn't nothing I already apologised for, so. Well, yeah, it's so easy to upset people with written word as well. It's such a bad way of communicating. That's why, like in days of old, things were so formal and set out, weren't they, when people wrote to you, knew exactly what stance they were taking and what term they were speaking in. It wasn't, you know, thinking... Because the thing is with words, there's different ways of expressing them, isn't there? And, you know, they've got different meanings depending on how they've been said, and things can be misunderstood, and just one of those things. Let's look it up on Google Maps. Yeah, let's look it up on Google Maps. Well, I think I know where Chatham, Kent is. So I've only got to find 48 Victoria Road. I reckon it's probably where there's some Victorian houses. That's my guess. So I'm looking at houses that are quite old. I reckon his house is over 100 years old. That's what I'm saying. He's been given a load of abuse on there. He don't care. Oh God. I tell you what. Oh, you shouldn't care. I think your best video was that one about the hardcore that was in Leicester for sale. That rubbish. I'll still go back and watch that sometimes. It always makes me laugh. Some good stuff, eh? You should have gone and picked it up. They should have collected instead of games, collected rubble. You know, imagine if you just collected rubble instead of games. You'd have a massive pile by now. You'd be able to stand on top of that rubble. What's this person crying? Look, there's not a path there, and that means one thing: don't walk there. Fly another balloon and float back. It's my advice, but yeah. Oh no, I can't believe it. The star of the show's broke down. That's disappointing, the tubing. The tubing. Is it the tubing or the tubing? I think it would be tubing. Tubing is that game that was on the NES, obviously the arcades. That guy's giving me a tick. See, what them things you get these days, they're called emojos or something. Emotions. Them emotions, look, it was invented here almost on Theme Park. Look, he needs a poo, he needs to find the exit. A lot of people needing a poo. Not something to do with the burgers. Do I remember Lefarius? Your regional accent sounds just like him. No, where's the Forest live? He's a bit more northern than me. He probably lives a good 100 miles from here, I think. Oh, should have sold the park. That was a bad move. They're saying the price of that beer can go up. So much money in beer, it's crazy. We're going to go 170. Going all out with 170 there. Yeah, I don't know where. He always says, "Hi, guy." Where would he be from? He might be from Sheffield or something like that, or maybe more northern than that. I'm not sure. Matt says he came on 9 years ago. Was nearly gang raped. I ran for my life all the way home. Guess what was on TV? Every second counts. Some BBC One. Well, I don't know what to say about that. Oh, I love tubing, says Castado. Yeah, it's a good. Oh, bloody hell, failed to negotiate. Now staff striking outside. People are saying I'm charging too much money. I've not even looked at the coffee. We're basically giving that away. Let's get the caffeine in a lot. We'll see these people pumped. We think when you go to Costa Coffee or Starbucks, it's about 19 quid for like a little coffee, so 25 is a bargain. He's that guy that goes, "Hi, guy." Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I am subscribed to his channel. He's doing a lot of VR stuff at the minute, which doesn't really interest me. Maybe because it looks crap when you're watching it and you know you've not got the actual thing on yourself. The VR headset. I think that's probably the point of it. You're supposed to watch it with a VR headset. It's probably why I think it's crap. It just looks like watching two TVs at once. Great little game, tubing. Yeah, I used to be quite fond of tubing actually. I think I originally played it on like Commodore 64 or something like that. Maybe the Spectrum. Might be the Spectrum. But yeah, it was a cool game. Where are the engineers? The problem you get, they're so lazy. Staff negotiations have opened. This is where they're trying. Look at the money they're trying to get. Biscuits are going down. Come on. Last minute negotiations there. 10.1%. Can you imagine going to work tomorrow morning and negotiating a 10.1% pay rise? Bearing in mind you've got a 2.6% pay rise the year before. You know, you want to be running the bloody companies next. I've got to, well, I can't afford these cleaners. Look, they've been for a cigarette break. See on this pair here. Look, see the rubbish, and they walk straight by. Look, he's gone around the back of that. Walk straight by the rubbish. Look at them become very complacent. Where's he going? Oh, I'm just looking around the queues. Look, there's pretending to sweep. Bloody shambles, this lot are shambles. See, what I used to do was I used to just fire them when I noticed they were being lazy. I'd fire them and then employ another one. See this guy, this engineer. He's mechanic. Ride's fixed, but he's not fixing the bloody ride here, is he? Oh, eventually he gets the idea. I've got another one missing somewhere. It's a bit like playing Where's Wally. There he is there, look, happy as Larry, sat by the water. You're at work, mate, it's not bloody holiday camp. Time working. Never. You don't do no work, that bloke. I have to prompt him every time. He started out when Benway did, like in 06. Yeah, I think that was pretty much when I first started watching YouTube. I've met him a few times. I met him at the Blackpool Play 2012. He was, I think he was doing like maybe writing a book or something to do with NES games, or every NES game, reviewing it. I don't know what he was doing. It was an interesting thing anyway. Oh no, not Fagan RS500. That's not Lloyd's channel. That's Sean. No, that's someone different. Yeah, I've had quite a bit of banter with Sean, but I've never fell out of him. That says, and on starting of school holiday that same year, my mum passed away, so all the abuse on there on YouTube go right over my head laughing out loud. Yeah, well, that's, you know, it's the way you've got to be, isn't it, really? life is pretty tough and people are pretty rough on YouTube sometimes. I guess they don't even think about, you know, what they're saying. I always find if I need a bit of light entertainment, one of my most fun things to do if I'm a bit bored and I'm just on the internet is to go onto Amazon and just read the reviews for things. Some of the reviews for things, I don't know if the people are trying to be comical or not, but they make me laugh so much. They're brilliant. Like someone I know shared one on Facebook actually earlier about Veet's hair removal. About someone who promised his wife a special treat because it was her birthday, and just before he went to bed he went and applied this Veet hair removal. And he got this massive burning sensation. He ended up cooling himself with ice cream and sticking a frozen Brussels sprout in his anus. Yeah, well, I guess you had to read it really, but yeah, that was a review on Amazon for this Veet hair removal. Like when I bought I guess it's like a selfie stick thing for my GoPro. One of the there was always reviews saying it was dead good. And one of the reviews, this woman said it was a load of rubbish because her son had put his camera on it, and as soon as he'd gone out to sea, the camera had fell off and he'd lost his camera. So you just had to think, well, that's probably because he didn't do it up properly, isn't it? I mean, it was a like aluminium rod that's pretty heavy duty. But yeah, that was what she was raving about. I think you just got to read them sometimes. Yeah, Gadget UK laughs at them. Yeah, there are so many comical reviews. You just think of people winding you up or what, but yeah. And it's on everything. You just go on anything, you're bound to find, if it's got a few reviews, you're bound to find one that makes you laugh. I mean, some people, they I don't know if this is made up a lot, they'll come back like 2 years later and do an update on their review for like the Sony HD 4GB memory cards. They'll come back 2 years later and say, I've now had this memory card for 2 years, it's been absolutely fantastic, it's saved everything I've tried to write to it, it's been flawless throughout. I've only upgraded it recently because I need a bigger size, but it's been a brilliant memory stick and I would highly recommend buying this product that's no longer available. Yeah, people get passionate about insane things, yeah, definitely. I've got problems with the bouncy castle, it's just continuously broke down. All the overweight kids are weighing it down. Worst review everything is amazing, guys, even when the reviewer's a shit laughing loud. Yahoo answers are great too, yes. Yeah. I think just laughing at anybody else's like stupidity in private is funny. Well, I say stupidity, it's either a misunderstanding, maybe they're a bit daft, or they're actual comical geniuses. It's one or the other. But yeah, very amusing. Yeah, I mean the thing is about reviews, unless you are one of these insanely passionate people who just feel the need to go out there and let everybody know how great a purchase you've made of this item that you've got. The only time you're really going to make a review is when it's going to be a negative review. Because when I bought a sofa, went around looking at sofas, spent all day looking at sofas. In the end, there was only one really in the type that I wanted that would fit in the space I had, so that's the one I ordered. And I set it all up with this SCS, and I thought, it might be a bit dodgy, so I'll take the credit thing first. I'll make sure I get the sofa before I pay for it. It was 0% anyway, interest free. So I got back home and I went online and I looked at reviews, and of course all I could find was negative reviews, and people were going, man, oh, their sofas are shit, they fall apart straight away, we've had ours 3 months, been on the phone arguing with them for 6 months, taking legal action, never buy from them again, fucking cheap Chinese crap, etc, etc. And I was really panicking. So the next day I'm ringing up this SCX, says, right, yeah, I want to cancel that sofa. They says, you can't cancel it. I said, what do you mean you can't cancel it? So you've signed an agreement. It goes, the order's been made now, you know, that's that. I said, well, sure, you can sell it to someone else. No, once it's been made, you can't get it back. I got really wound up about it. So I ended up going down there, and the woman got the paperwork out, and I was at this point where the woman was talking to me, the salesman was dealing with somebody else but knew I was there. She was talking to me, she got the paperwork out, she turned her back and I had the opportunity to grab the paperwork, and I thought, if I grab that paperwork, stick it down the top, rip it up, the agreement's finished, they've got nothing on paper, they've got nothing, no actual legally binding contract, they can't charge me for this sofa. And then I thought, I'm going to end up being the man who got locked up for trying to take the contract away for a £1,500 sofa. And at that point I thought, this is insane. And I would even try to swap it for this even more stupid sofa thing. I could sell that on eBay, but they were having none of it anyway. But long story short, when the sofa came, it was absolutely fantastic. So there we go. The part value is going down. I think what Stu Rose said is coming true. Just can't get the money. But yeah, don't always listen to reviews, I guess. Balloonland's too expensive. Balloonland's expensive, the same. I'm making a lot of money. Matt says he's insane, talks to himself all the time. I used to talk to myself all the time. I don't know what's happened. I think maybe I fell out myself. I think it was because people kept pointing it out as well. Well, they're saying Balloonland's expensive, right? But I'm selling balloons. I sold 198. That's a £16 profit. This is half the weekly wage of one of the cleaners. So, Paper Clown says, I can't stand YouTubers anymore. What the heck happened? No, everyone just wants to be an overdramatic PewDiePies. Why can't they be like you or Stella? I don't know, there are some good channels out there, but yeah, there's a lot of people, I don't know, moving in different directions, I think, looking at sort of YouTube as a platform for making some sort of income, I guess. Not really for me, but I suppose when you become that sort of way-minded, you know, things change a bit, I guess, even though I probably don't want them to be. Russ said, I read a review about Norbrit Castle on the way back and he laughed at it so hard his ribs were hurting. I can imagine that place is a shithole. Yeah, don't worry about the fudge. That was the bloody cleanest thing in there, that fudge. That was the only thing that was saved. Castaro says, you must be watching the wrong YouTubers, Paper Clown. There's loads of great channels, just don't limit yourself to gaming. I'll tell you what I've got into recently is a few people who do vlogs. I don't know why. Casey Neiston is one of them, I think. Been pretty hooked to him. And Harley Morriston from Epic Meal Times. I don't know. I just enjoy watching them for some reason. Russ says, cracking stream by the way, Daz. I'm just still sat in the garden playing on my Game Boy. Yeah, I need to get on that. I'm going to get one of them modified Game Boys because I literally can't play on my original one, but I like the form factor of it. So I'm not going to have my one doctored or whatever. I'm going to get a new one. Like, I might get one of those clear ones. I think they just take 2 batteries, don't they? Might be the way forward. Although, in all fairness, the Game Boys, certainly the original one, it lasts quite well if you stick some Duracell in it. That's what I've always found. Got a new ride open if anyone's interested. Cleaners have done a runner. This is the thing, I don't know if this is a thing with all the versions, but you just can't get the cleaners. Like, I'll employ another cleaner and put him there. He'll just son off with the other people. Because you've given the title handyman, he thinks he's above cleaning. You know, he thinks he's going to be hanging a door or doing a bit of plastering or something like that. Paper Cloud says, Castado, I'm Brenry, by the way. Brenry. Okay, how you doing, Brenry? Castado didn't know that, or I didn't either. Matt says, I've got to say, PewDiePie, I do like some of his videos. I have watched one of his videos once, so it wasn't for me, no. I don't really like anyone who's got some sort of character thing, really, though, to be fair. It just doesn't... Well, I don't even know if that is a character thing, that's just how he is, but, yeah. He rubs me up the wrong way, I think. But I don't watch his stuff, so... And obviously he's mega popular. He's the most popular person? I don't know. If that's a thing you can be, I suppose, on YouTube. Oh, I've got the go-karts. What's this? Oh, but I've got the band. You've got to have the band. Oh, someone's screaming. That's because they know the band's coming. It's probably like the Beatles or something. I might even put them in the middle of the lake. It's not going to let me. That would have been exciting. That would have been on things, you know, like seasonal events. Can't really put them in the corner. I mean, this is the band. Gotta respect. Oh, you've got to queue up to watch the band. Of course you have. It's a very intimate experience. You won't get this anywhere else. Expect long delays in this queue. Balloons welcome, although pathways into it are a little bit problematic. Ah, right, we have to put a new path in. People are loving the worm ride. Look at that, there's only one person on it. So I think you can change things like this. Right, now, what's this? That's how many people can go on it. That's how long you're on it. That's if it's on or off. I think I'm talking nonsense, you can't do any of that. Henry Clown says, yeah, but they all play shit games. What's up with that? OP Steam sale, 200 titles like there's poop in my soup. Well, a game that you've got to play, really. Get poop in my soup, sounds good. I'm getting a bit racked off with this Ghost House or Bouncer Castle. People are looking for something new, you know. I want to do the go-kart track, but I don't know if times are hard or not. So Matt says if he had 1 million views, was get paid bug money, still keep the channel as basic as it is. Yeah, I suppose so. Well, if you've got 1 million views already and you're making money out of it, no need to change the format, is there really? Henry Clown says the game he's playing. Brenry says the game he's playing is better than most of those mobile Steam games. Yeah, again, I've not even got into those. I'm into the idea of getting modded Game Boys so I can play some of my Game Boy games again, because I've always been fascinated by the dot matrix screen. I think it's incredible. Oh, listen to the band. Woo! Yeah. Castano says he loves to watch woodworking channels, vintage electrics, repairs, chemistry. Yeah, there's a load of cool stuff. I'm subscribed to a fair few different sort of things. Well, like I say, I've been getting into a few of these people who do vlogs. I don't know, some of them, I mean, God, some of the effort that goes into it's insane. Russ says, Pocket takes 2 AAAs, yeah. Has that got the same sort of dot matrix screen as the original Game Boy? I presume it has. T-Rex Space Station. Ben says the problem with the original Game Boy is that the screens are really hard to see. It's definitely worth waiting for a Game Boy Advance SP AGS 101 to come up on eBay. Screen quality and backlighting make a difference. Yeah, they're cool those, but I think... Does the game cartridge hang out the bottom or something? Might be imagining that, or does it stick out with the console? I think I'm just going to get an ordinary Game Boy anyway. Although I did have one of those Game Boy Advance, I was impressed with the screen. It almost looked like it had scan lines on it, to be fair. Probably, perhaps there were scan lines, I don't know. Yeah, it was pretty sharp though. Don't think it was an AGS 101 though, to be fair. Ah, Gadget UK says you can give the cleaner routes to walk. How do I do that then? Can you on the Mega Drive version though? That's the thing. Let's come to a burger. Got him. Handyman. Right. I think that's just firing him. I'm not sure if you can on the Mega Drive. I can't remember how. I've seen a thing. No, not that. That, one way. Oh no. That's the wrong way then. What should make people go one way though? That's not right, is it? Would cleaners abide by a one-way system? Could trap them in an area, although that would also trap the customers in the area. Look at these two there, look at them. And there's another one there, a third one. They've got two cleaners here, trying to, look at them trying to mangle in with the... Nowadays, Nintendo would probably... Look at there's 3 cleaners there. Nintendo would probably sue, saying that's... Look at them, why would they go down, there's not any rubbish? This reminds me of when I was about 17, 18, I used to work on a building site as a labourer. And I always used to say, when you haven't got anything to do, just wander around, look busy, just keep a bucket with you, put some bits and bobs in it, just wander around, talk to people, and then if anyone like comes and asks you, like, site manager, what you're doing, you say, just cleaning up. And if they say, I've seen you this place or that place, you say, I was just taking it to the skip. And that's what these boys are up to. It's like when I worked at Focus when I was at college. I said, I'll do the garden centre bit, because I'm just sitting there in the chair. Just help anyone on occasion if they need a help with a bag of compost or something. It's slacking. Well, I'm pointing at the screen, you can't even see me pointing, but... Yeah. I've heard about this glitch with these cleaners. They're just really not... They're doing anything but cleaning, they're just whining away the hours and minutes till the end of the shift. Someone's got some sort of percentage sign. They're not happy with the markup on the coffee. We'll go to Starbucks and Costa Coffee and you'll see the true price of things. So, hold on. So Matt says he still watches R8 Gamer and Angry Video Game Nerd. When will fanboys learn their friends laugh out loud? Yeah, I like Mike and Mike, you know, the Monday ones. James and Mike Mondays. I enjoy those ones actually. Well, yeah, I'm just subscribed to that channel. Russ says it has a better screen than standard, but the modded ones like mine are awesome. Yeah, I do want. I just like the original form factor. To be fair, I just want the cartridge to sit flush with the system. So obviously Ben says here that that's the crap thing about original Game Boy carts and they stick out at the bottom. As much as I think Game Boy Advance games are cool, you know, obviously Super Nintendo quality games on the go, just not really. Well, I just want to play my original Game Boy games, really. Come on, what kind of rise is this? 7.4%. If I can get these sort of rises, I'll be retiring next year. Russ says he's not keen on the Game Boy Advance D-pad, and you can't beat the Pocket original DMG in my opinion. Yeah, well, I do like that original design. And I think I'll get a Pocket, because I've already got the original one. I like the 2 battery thing. I like a clear one actually, like you've got, that's quite cool, translucent one. It says, hope the VR was okay. Oh, video response. I thought it was some sort of virtual reality experience he'd been to, like at some special scientific centre for research that I didn't know about. But no, it's just a video response, so... Okay. Stardo's doing fine, temperatures are going down. It's all good. Can't stand the heat. No, I can't. Grush, you into VR? Oh yeah, same. That's exactly what I thought. Matt says, I was a hoodie fuck that my back was hurting up ladders with muck and brick, painful. I think you mean you was a labourer on site, yeah. Yeah, it's a rough old game. I've done a few jobs like that, fencing and stuff like that. Yeah, right, Paper Plane says, hey, how are you capturing this anyway? Elgato is 60Hz NTSC. Is this emulator? No, this is on my Mega Drive. What I'm doing is I'm feeding RGB SCART into this thing called the Quintro video selector box. And you can have 4 inputs and you can have 3 outputs, strangely enough. And one output's RGB SCART, the other 2 are composite. So I'm feeding the composite signal of that into the Elgato, whichever way you want to say it. But the interesting thing is, it says on my capture software that the resolution that's going into it, well, let me have a look, it's weird. It's saying that the input is 720 by 576 and the output is 480 by 360. So I don't know why it's having an input by 720 by 576. I presume that's something to do with the Quintro. but I'm not sure about the actual inner workings of that. Strangely, the Saturn works flawlessly at 60Hz RGB, Scott, but you know, into that box, then out to the composite, to the Elgato, and so does the Neo Geo. Dreamcast will give you sound but no image at all. I'm using the official lead with that, and Mega Drive will only capture at 50Hz. I just don't know why. No. The only time I've ever really played emulators that worked was on my PSP when I had it, but I've not got PSP anymore. Cool system though. But no. Everything's blown up. Got loads of money in the bank, but it's time to invest in a new ride. What have we got? Spooky House. Pirate. Oh, I'd love to see a pirate boat. Don't know what to go on one, but I'd like to see one. I'm being too generous with respect to your ticket prices. I agree. How much are we saying? Raise your ticket prices. Never tells you how much though. Well, people need to pay more because I'm spending more. It's going up to 300. The economics of this game are completely screwed, aren't they? It's 300 to get into the park, yet a cleaner earns 120 a month. So it's not worth the 3 months before he can even afford to come into the theme park. Paper Down says, reason why I'm asking is I tried to digitalise old family VHS tapes, but was getting really bad interlace issues with Elgato. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's something to do with that Quintro thing. It's somehow, perhaps, it's upscaling the composite output. I don't know. I've no idea. You can't find out much information about the actual thing. I just looked on some video. Actually, a friend come round because I'd got rid of all my SCART things, selector boxes, because I had 2 TVs, so I had 3 inputs available and I only had 4 consoles anyway, so it wasn't really much of an issue. And there was no, if you just plug direct with the SCART lead into a television without SCART selector boxes and all that business, you're getting the cleanest image possible, you're getting the least amount of interference possible. It's the best way forwards. So, you know, for me that was great, but then I went down to the one television, a friend come round, I was messing about, changing SCART leads, thought you're going to do yourself an injury here. So I looked on something online, like the best SCART selectors for retro consoles, and that was one of the ones listed. I'd give it, I think, 9 out of 10 or something. I just had to look on eBay and there was one there, so straight away I was like, I need another one back. That'll do until I find something with twin RGB SCART output. Then I become curious about the composite output, so I bought a composite to SCART lead to plug into a television, and it gave me an image. Then I bought the Elgato, and lo and behold, that works as well. All a bit of a risk, I suppose, because I had no idea if it was going to work or not. I think I'm going to get rid of these rides. How do I get rid of that? I don't think I can get rid of it now. I've requested someone come and repair it. It's got to be the Speedway. Now, keep the track small, I think, is the tip. Yeah, I can't believe I only found out tonight that you can make the rides too big. I need to look where this path's going. I've really left myself in a bad situation here. I've got to get all the way around the water feature to get here. This will get them confused. Well, some people would say it's a nice walk. A walk off all those burgers and Coca-Colas and crisps and things you've eaten. It's frustrating how you can't get from what I'm going to have to do. I see the light. Is doing that to that. and think about getting some sort of shop. Look at that, get that in. Oh, what, did I get it or not? 2003. I'm heading into the future. Right. Yeah, the VR was funny, Russ. Yeah, your hole behind your television, weirdo. Yeah, must be very hot. But it is hot in that loft space. That's obviously the worst thing about lofts. It's game rooms. Just the summer. Oof. I can sell the park. I can finally sell the park. I can sell the park and buy another country. I'll put it up for auction. The reserve price is 421,000. Prepare yourself for the excitement. Here we go. Come on then. Whoa, there's your password. There's your password now if you want to enter it. The 1 AAAC quadruple A RG. So it's 463,000. So there we go. 487,000. Can't buy Egypt. Can't buy Europe. That's 5 million. That's a million. That's 5 million. 8 million. So I'm restricting them where I can buy. Can I buy anywhere? Oh, of course it's in blue. Well, am I colourblind? So I can only buy Nigeria. Great place to set up a theme park. So as you can see, it's very much desert themed now. But once again, things are exactly the same. Small bus to start with, build your theme park, construct, etc, etc. Just a fun way to pass time. So I've just got to go to the fridge and get a drink. Hot and tiny. Sounds like a porn video. So does anyone want to see a different game? Because I'm probably about done with playing theme park for one evening, in all fairness. Ultimately, it's just the way it works. With technology that I can't explain anyway. So this is going to be my last beer tonight, definitely. I can confirm that a 36-year-old having 4 or 5 pints on a Wednesday night, not the greatest idea. Yeah, not good. I was up for it though. I think if someone had said, do you want to fancy going nightclub, and I'd have gone. I was getting too into it, I think. So if anyone's got a European game and want to see me massacre, or get massacred at playing, let me know. It's Thursday today, Russ. Yeah, it was Wednesday yesterday. That's when it happened. I went out for a meal with my parents, had a couple of pints in the pub, because I do like a draft beer, especially when having a meal. Come back, only beer I had was 2 San Miguel 660ml bottles. So I polished the first one off, then I decided to live stream Theme Park, but while doing that and drinking the 4th bottle, I had the microphone muted the whole time, so I was speaking to myself for like 50 minutes, and when I watched the stream back, it was just me playing Theme Park with the music of Theme Park and then nothing else, which I kind of thought was pretty amusing actually. Gruss gets it now, he's with thee. Matt says, the first UK YouTuber I watched was Xylophone, Steve Benway, and of course greetings Gaming Mill fans. Yes, the first ever UK gamer I've ever watched, the Gaming Mill. Gaming Mill is funny, but kind of like weird as well. Steve Benway was one of the first shows I watched. He was also my first subscriber. Yeah, cool. Let's Play Punisher, that costs a lot of money, especially the PAL version. I think you're looking at about £150, maybe more these days, in the insanity that is game collecting. I've got to say, because I've been following Steve Bailey on Facebook. Gadget UK says, laughing out loud at Speak to Self for 50 minutes. Yeah, I know. I tell you what, it was a much better stream than the one you just watched. I was on fire. I felt I was. When I was going on about that balloon thing, I just couldn't shut up going about that. I was suggesting it to people getting high in helium. There's some sort of conspiracy. There was, though. It was unrealistic how there were so many balloons in the park, yet it only sold like 6. It wasn't right. Now, this is actually one of the very few, I guess, expensive games on the Mega Drive that's actually really good. I'd like a copy of this. I don't know what for. But it is cool. It's well done. Can you pick up that chair? Of course you can. That's what I like to see. What's going on back here? Russ says he thinks it was the owner of Stella Land and Mr. Benway for my first subs. Oh, not a bad pair to get at the beginning. And Ben says there's nothing worse than having to redo a video, especially when the first take was amazing. You try and make the same jokes, but they just ain't the same anymore. Yeah. Well, I think last night the thing was like I'd had like 4, arguably 5 pints. So, I mean, I'm not even sure if I was really concentrating much on the gameplay, but I was certainly going off on one about the happenings on the actual park. In fact, I couldn't actually believe what was happening in the park. My cleaners were behaving themselves though, from what I remember. No, I only played for 50 minutes, I think slightly longer on that part there. I think back in the day I used to play in the same place just until the whole entire screen was full of theme park. It was just uncontrollable. Just had hundreds of staff and things. They'd probably just quit or maybe sell the theme park if it was worth anything at that point. I think you do reach a point where you can't really get much back because you encounter so many problems. A nice set of moves, this character in this game. Matt says, I used to be on Facebook, God, full of miserable, boring people. I used to know from the past what a load of pathetic two-faced twerps. Yeah, I think basically when you narrow it all down, only about, like, at most 10% of it's interesting information. It is nice to be able to keep up with people in one way, but a lot of the people who were like on my friends list are just like people I went to school with, and there's even people on there who I've seen in the street and they haven't even acknowledged me or spoke to me yet. They're on my Facebook. I could remove them, but it'd probably cause more hassle than it's worth. I'm not really that fussed. I do my bit to post absolutely inappropriate content like the barbecue I had this evening. I'll say inappropriate, that's probably what everyone else is uploading, but what did I just pick up? Scully. Not the fit ginger one. That's just the bus driver, Scully. This is like a really straight road. Look, it's not even on to turn. No indication. We're on the freeway. There's a lot of... Well, I can't be on the freeway. Look at the amount of... Whoa! That was lucky. Tom says he had the CPS 1.5 board of this game. This looks a bit crap when compared to the achievement of the Streets of Rage series. I dare say it's still playable though. Yeah, it seems pretty good. I have now played it before in the past. Yeah, it's not as good as Streets of Rage, obviously, crikey. Streets of Rage is the sort of game you play and you don't even realise you really, how much time you've actually spent on it. Some nice additional items there, 15 additional items. Tell me where your boss is. That's an incredible throw. Once this guy gives up saving the world, he should consider applying for a place in the, I presume, American Olympic team as a shot putter. That's a nice little cutscene, isn't it? Bruno won't escape me this time. Swimming away free. Ooh, here we are. Some generic characters here. They look like, those characters look like they're from a basketball game. And they're like, look at their hand, it looks like the hand, look, just been doing a bit of basketball. Just ready to grab the ball. I mean, it's interesting how the bench just disappears. Perhaps is that better than it exploding? I think I prefer an exploding bench. At least there's some reason for the bench's disappearance. Oh man, who brings an axe to the fight? Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I've not read the storyline to this game. Maybe it's an army of drone basketball players, or maybe the entire NBA has gone against the world. Look, there they are. They've definitely got a weird hand stance. I don't understand that. I like the way he throws them to the ground there. Ah, look at that for a knife. I thought I was seeing double then. There really is two of them. I'll cancel that call to the opticians. Mizuki. I picked him up there. I've just picked up jewellery. Jewellery. Ah, it's an abbreviation of jewellery. Ah. Gadget UK says you picked up a grenade. I think jump and special button do grenade. I think I've just done something. Well, I'd have picked up a gun then. I'm jumping a lot. Oh, getting shot a lot. He's got a better gun, that's the gun I need. Yeah, take that. Matt says he likes the way people have fake smile in the pic, then write miserable status. Yeah. I always see people put things like, if only your life was as perfect as it is on Facebook. be fair though, in my picture of my barbecue food, in the background was my newly acquired Screwball Scramble. And I got this from the car. This is an exclusive reveal here. Got this from the car boot on Sunday. I reckon the woman must have had a thing for me, right? Because she had Screwball Scramble on the table in the box. This is about 8:30. Like, I didn't get there earlier. I just went for a walk around, take a look at some women or whatever. She had it on the table. I said, "Oh, how much is your Screwball Scramble?" She said, "Oh, is it all there?" I said, "Yeah, it's all there." She goes, "Oh, 20p." 20p! I couldn't even refuse it at that point. I'll tell you what, it's pretty tough, that Screwball Scramble. I've come close to completing it, not within the time, but I've come close to completing it, but I can't do a clean run yet. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I always wanted Screwball Scramble. I remember having those days at school when you could like bring in your toys. It didn't used to happen that often. But people used to bring in that Screwball Scramble. Up and special. It's not working. Is it a 6-button game? Well, I don't know about that. Throwing a grenade. Release me. There's a monkey banging on that window. They've got monkeys here. This is part of the NBA's plan. That man looks like a dog. Not that one, the other one who's just died. What a silly name, Red Lamp. Could be a football player. Red Lamp on the attack. I don't die so easy. Time for justice. What, the Bruno? Oh no, I would not. What's... I've been programmed by the Kingpin to terminate you. Kingpin, like something to do with Spider-Man. It's not looking good, that laser spray. I'll bang in a continue, why not? It's not going to cost me out. Matt says Facebook got hacked a lot and then he lost his phone. I don't think anyone's that interested in my life to hack my Facebook. I don't think there's any really viable information on there that's worth acquiring. Ooh. Ooh. At least the head was fire retardant. So, Russell's knows, anyone finished Mousetrap laughing out loud? Yeah, can you get the actual bloody cage to drop down at the end on the mouse thing? Yeah, I remember Mousetrap. That was a good one. I used to have Domino Rally, I got that to work. There's some good board games. I mean, I don't know why I bought this. Well, I bought it because it was 20p. The woman sort of backed me into a corner and did it for 20p. You know, basically, I'll always buy anything for 20p. But it is quite cool. I think it's probably a slightly more modern release than the one I would have originally played on. There's a car, let's just get out of here. Yeah, I mean, really, that graphics and that car in the background is a bit dire, isn't it? I don't know how that looks on the streamer. Those barrels don't look good in RGB SCART, so... Well, I've got an Uzi now. With really realistic bullets. You don't charge a man with an Uzi. That's just silly. Could never pick it back up. Oh. Well, I think that's the special. I'm not too into it though. That kick. Oh, go on. Gus. Matt says Screwball Scramble is impossible to think at 11. It was easier past my 11 plus. I nearly done it earlier, and it let me down. I got right the way, I got through that maze bit where you can't see. I got right the way onto that platform, just before the catapult where it hits the bell, just before then, and then it fell off that platform and didn't get it into the catapult bit. Devastated. Because I don't know what the actual rules are, I didn't get no rules with it, but As far as I'm concerned, if the ball comes off any obstacle, you've got to start from the start again. Simple as that. I've no idea how you do it in the time limit. I think it's really something for Stephen Hawking, that is. I mean, I should YouTube it. I'm sure there's someone who can do Scribble Scramble in 10 seconds. It's not me yet. I need a bit more practice. Stuart says, still going. Still going on. Only to 11 though, and then I'm definitely going to have to call it a day. Well and truly tested the Elgato thing this evening. Look at that. Throw in the air. Now, Mucho Chucho says hello everyone. Hello Mucho Chucho. Matt says, Monday I passed until morning break. I was going to grammar school by the lunchtime and was on my way to expelled. Yeah, it's not the best start. Custado off to bed, night guys, night Custado. Gadget UK is going to watch some TV, see you later with a laugh, nice one, thank you for watching and commenting and all that. Catch you soon. Oh, that's the gun I want. That's the gun I've been dreaming of. Look at that. Oh, but yeah, it's fire. Oh, it's £5 less than was promised. I'm sure that guy's a dog. Skinner. This gun absolutely devastates. I like it. I know, it's going to run out. Crowley, eh? Yeah, this doesn't seem like too bad a game. I don't think, well I wouldn't anyway, but I don't think I'd pay today's current asking price. And I wouldn't be interested in getting some sort of reproduction or something like that. Wouldn't be a bad one to find down the old booty though. Probably straight on eBay. Oh! That's not very fair, is it? Oh, knife to the head. That's brutal. Looks like there's a time limit ticking down there. Ah, Matt said, somebody said something when he was at school about his mum passing away and he ended up headbutting him and felt guilty for his dad when he had to hand on the letter. Yeah, that is pretty harsh. See, in today's day and age, they would have, you know, probably like let you off for that, but back then it was a different thing altogether. Hey up, copyright police are going to be in here. That looks like the bloody Terminators in town. That, come on, we've got infringement of the highest level here. Pretty Boy. They call that robot Pretty Boy. Bloody heads fell off. Ooh, I like it. That's a nice move. They put more effort into that enemy's movement than my own characters. Terminator's back. Probably over stretching his welcome at this point. Not another Terminator, Jesus. Always called Pretty Boy. Pretty Head. Right, okay, I'll take that statement back. Can I pick up the jewellery? Ooh, explosive ring. didn't get it. Isometric madness. God, it's a bummer you can't chuck people over the edge, a la Golden Axe, etc., etc. Always enjoyed that meta game. I think it first started when I played Double Dragon actually in the Master System. Yeah, you could sort of fool the enemy into falling into the gap or whatever else. Always enjoyable, I found. Boom. Well, I seem to end up the worst out of that. Oh, yes. It's the vehicle section. Looks like an extra from Smash TV. Oh, yeah. Oh, this looks like it's going to be frustrating. Aptly named the Bone Breaker. Oh, this is the trick. Stay back. Keep back. Ooh. It's not fair, is it? And he's got lots of sort of machine gun on the front. He's not even using that yet. Rocket launchers. Flying kick, always a good weapon of choice. Good brakes on it as well. Impressive, Mr. Bone Breaker. If you don't mind me calling you that. Ah, not laughing anymore, are you? Do I get that vehicle now? That'd be nice. The next level was me driving that vehicle in like a Mode 7 like 3D effect. That'd be good. Alright, Matt says because his father was holding his past result, just about to give me the big hug, but I had to give him the right thing, give him the other letter. What a nightmare. Russ says, well, it's been a good laugh, Daz. I think stream is a great way to play some games, have a few beers and chat with people. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Matt says, hey, that same year I went to Devil's Bridge, Wales, worst holiday ever with the school, 2 weeks of utter boredom, laughing out loud. I had some good holidays with the school actually. Is this a bonus game? I think it might be. Don't mess with the Punisher. Nick Fury hasn't got a hope in hell. Oh, I'm glad they broke up the action. I was getting a bit tired of just continuously pounding the button. Do I get to see Nick Fury's performance, or is that just a pipe dream? Death on rails. Similar to Sex on Legs, but slight difference. Stu says, Mo 7, you turning Nintendo on us. Yeah, well that was about the only good thing SNES had, wasn't it? It was Mo 7. Well, I mean, I had the NES. I was madly in love with the Game Boy, but I'm just not really the biggest Nintendo fan. I had plenty of playground arguments, I suppose, probably about Super Nintendo and Mega Drive. I've seen a video today actually from someone I'm subscribed to, John Hancock, and it said growing up with Nintendo. And I just thought that's not really possible, is it? No, I prefer the grittier side of Sega. Especially when you look back at the history of things, Sega were a risque company, you know, they took chances that other companies... I guess Sony took a big chance, but Sega were the pioneers, weren't they? The arcades and things, pushing things forward. Just a shame, really, in the end that all divisions couldn't work nicely together, but there we go. Matt says his best school trip was Edinbridge in Kent. That was top class. Oh, I went on some brilliant ones. Went on some great ones in Wales, Dolfriog and Aberglaskin, I think it was, Aberglaskin or something like that. I actually drove back through there when I went on holiday the other year. Just did like, you know, walking, bloody kayaking and canoeing and abseiling and, you know, them kind of things, but it was good, away from parents and all that. Sneaking out in the middle of the night, meet up with the girls in a separate room or whatever else, getting a complete bollocking the next day. Just all those things, you know, that young people do. Oh, climb on the wall, that's impressive. This guy looks like he's an extra from like some sort of medieval game. Doesn't seem like a good fit for this one, which special move is probably the most impressive part of the title. Crash Test Gaming says SNES was the last decent Nintendo console. Yeah, probably was, yeah. I never got into the GameCube, never got a Wii. The Wii U looks interesting, but I'm just not really into it. Loads of my friends had SNESes. I think I got ill feelings towards the SNES because we also used to play Street Fighter and they always used to kick my arse. No one would tell you special moves back then. They wouldn't tell you special moves. You got to work it out yourself. How many games you got to play to work it out yourself? A lot when you're crap. But Mario Kart, my friends are really good at that. I mean, I'd say Mario Kart's the best game on the Super Nintendo. And a superb game, you know, all in all, probably one of the best games of all time. Bloody brilliant. Obviously Mario World also damn good, F-Zero's damn good, Zelda games damn good. I mean, not telling you anything you don't already know. I really like Pilot Wings, I was all over that game when I had the Super Nintendo. Look, they can't even get up a step. Oh, they're coming up now. Been in the NBA, but can't even get up a step. So, Sal's saying, yeah, Jermaine says, damn, the Punisher looks pretty good. Yeah, it's alright. I think if you like scoring beat 'em ups, it's not too bad. Better than Sengoku, anyway. But then again, it's not multiplayer, so it's only better than it if you play on your own. Play with somebody else, probably better at playing that. It's got some nice little moves though, little extra things that you get in these type of games. Occasionally you'll grab someone like, I think what obviously is you can grab them and give them a good old throw and a few different things. Right, Stuart says he wonders where the NES love has come from in the UK. I have many friends, but in between have computers and consoles. Mega Drive, Amiga, C64, Spectrum, Amstrad, SNES, Master System, but no one had an NES. That's the one thing I cannot remember, is how I acquired my NES. I have no idea how I got it. I think I already had a Game Boy. I don't know if I conned someone out of it, or I'd done some sort of deal, swapped something, or I saved up some money. I just cannot remember how it happened, but I ended up with an NES. I've got fond memories of it actually. I mean, I had some cool consoles. I actually swapped it momentarily for a Master System, and I wanted to make it swap permanently, but the people didn't want to do it. They had loads of cool games for the Master System. And in the end, I ended up swapping my NES for, unbelievably, a Mega Drive. You know, in the 90s. At that point, the Mega Drive, Sonic 2 had not long been out. I think Sonic 2 had been out like 6 months. And I swapped my NES for a Mega Drive. I mean, at the time, it was obviously a no-brainer. It was literally like someone swapping you a bloody PS3 for a PS4. It was, you know, just a massive step above. But yeah, I'm not sure where the NES love comes from. I think a lot of it's just because so much of it is, you know, renowned with the history of video gaming, isn't it? So much of it's iconic, especially the sprite work and the characters, and they are good simple games. All 8-bit games are, aren't they? I mean, 16-bit took things in a much more, you know, detailed direction in terms of graphics and things. What they could actually do was a huge leap forward, but still a lot of fun in those simple games. But yeah, I don't know where the NES love comes from really. I think a lot of it's got to be to do with things like Angry Video Game Nerd and that. It's kind of cool, isn't it, I guess. I suppose if you looked up an image for retro gaming, it would be a picture of an NES. So that's its popularity. It's culturally iconic, isn't it? Right, hold on. Bloody hell, Matt's getting about a bit. Bloody Switzerland. Same year for 2 weeks. While my uncle took me to his tailor, I was measured up for my school uniform. Bloody hell. Shut you out. I was wearing somebody else's trousers I'd stolen from the cloakroom. I can't get him. SNES was his first brand new console, $99.99 from Allardyce in Chatham with Street Fighter 2. Happy days indeed. I hope you got 2 joypads. Yeah, Street Fighter 2, I mean, all my friends had the SNES, had that, and then they had the Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Yeah, there was a lot of Street Fighter get played. I mean, their pads must have been absolutely knackered. I bet if you got them out now, they'd be completely unplayable. So, Sean, Retro Balls, the Grandad Gamer, says streaming on a school night, outrageous. Yeah, it's better than last night where I had far too many beers for a school night. That was outrageous. Stuart says he remembers Sonic Tuesday. He was riding his bike home and there was a small game shop near school and there was a small crowd trying to get in and one lad shouted, "They've got it on in here!" Yeah, I can imagine. Awesome. I remember all the run up to it on Games Master and stuff like that. Gus is blocking a lot now, isn't he? Go on, Gus. I'll pick you up then if you want to be like that. I've got to get some beef jerky. Oh, Gus is back again. Red. Better took some thinking of what this enemy was going to be called. Red. Hookers for 20 quid. Hey, that's alright, isn't it? I don't mind that. Matt says when he was 12, his favourite band, 808 Estate, favourite song, New Order, World in Motion, and my world, Betty Boo. What an MC, she gave me a massive boner. Laughing out loud. Betty Boo is doing the do. Sean says he thought the NES was a joke back in the day, just carried on with his C64. Yeah. I think, a lot of people had Spectrums and C64s, didn't they? I never had any of those when they were like current, but I was obsessed with the Spectrum because I used to go to someone's house, I used to look after it when mum went work. Their son was a couple of years older than me and he had a Spectrum, a big cardboard box full of games. He had hundreds of different games. So, you know, going through and loading all of them took up quite a bit of my time on days when it wasn't glorious sunshine during my summer holidays. My favourite Spectrum game actually was one that no one seems to have ever heard of called First Past the Post, which was this horse riding simulator. You just put bets on horses basically, but I was well into that. And one that's very well renowned now is obviously 3D Ant Maze. I used to play quite a bit of that. Brutally difficult, the old 8-bit games though. I always think if I see like a C64 or something down the car boot, so I'd probably keep it, get one of those memory card things that you can put the ROMs on. That says Soccer Boss on the C64. Cool. Crash Test Gaming says Betty Boo was hot as fuck. Just come out of nowhere, didn't it, that Betty Boo thing? Massively popular. Mind you, you're talking about the days when things like the fucking Frog Song was popular with Paul McCartney. That was #1 for ages, wasn't it? Bum 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 bum. I reckon they even stole the melody from somewhere else. Made a fortune out of that. Bushwhacker. Madonna sucked and Kylie was outdated. I didn't like Madonna because my sister had the Immaculate Collection on tape, and that was all she used to play over and over again if you was in the house. That would just be going on and on and on. It was almost as annoying as the constant viewing of the film Annie. Madonna sucked. I don't know about that. But yeah, I didn't like the music then. Kylie was outdated. I don't know, I've always fancied Kylie, to be fair. I think her music took second place for me. Matt says, come on Grange Hill in the 90s, Justine Dean was hot. Yeah. God, it's probably cringeworthy actually, some of the people I used to fancy that are on TV. I bet they don't look so good now. So I've just played till I run out of lines, which is this one here. And then I'll have to call it a day, I think. There's a hole in the wall, I think I'll go through that. Look, it goes to the sewers. There's a big white mouse, it's massive. Looks really clean for a mouse from the sewers. There he is again. Could it be my friend? The only friend you got in this game, I'll tell you, is that mouse. I like the inclusion of guns. I like how they've got the blam there. Just tell me where to go, look. Got the ladder. No, it's not that advanced. There's a door, #1 on it. The mouse has drowned. No, he's back. I presume it's he. Not sure on its gender. It's squeaking in a feminine type manner, so. Matt says Betty Boo was top MC alongside Manchester top MC, MC Tune, the only rhythm that bites. I don't know, Carol Vorderman, Sexy and Jet on Game World. You know, all this Betty Boo talk's got you a bit off under the collar, I think. Oh. How come when I hit them, it's like yellow? Oh no, there is blood. Oh, when you use the axe you get the blood. I'll take it all back. I'm sure these enemies are from a basketball game, I swear they are. Steve wants to know why I did delete yesterday's stream. Because I forgot to turn the microphone on. So I'd done 50 minutes of Theme Plot gameplay where I'd been happily chatting away to myself after 4 or 5 pints of lager, San Miguel in particular, and yeah, there was when I watched it back I was like, oh cool, I've made a Theme Plot video, that's brilliant. I watched it back and there was absolutely no commentary at all. Which was kind of disappointing, so. Grange Hill, Zamo used to be a pisshead in my local, says Matt. Stu's laughing, yes, I know, what a dick. I tell you what, it was a lot better stream than this one. It was top notch, and it was really good. Well, I say it was really good. I'd had 4 or 5 pints, I thought it was really good. You might have thought it was a load of incoherent nonsense. But yeah, I've touched on a few subjects. Can't remember what they were though, but yeah, I thought, oh, that was brilliant. I watched that back, see how the levels were, and then I 15 minutes in I realised the microphone didn't work. Countdown, Grange Hill, Neighbours, Gamewell and Tuesday, and Desmond's Top Team Time TV, Baywatch was shit. What about Police 5? Proper programme. Oh yeah, come on then. Oh, cheat. Not laughing now, are you, Gus? Won't be laughing when I get one of these barrels in front of your head. Full of crude oil, that is. Oh. Never did work out to throw a grenade. It might be because it's a 6-button pad game or something. I've got a 6-button pad, but nothing seems to work, so... Sunday was football and Mr. Blobby. Oh dear. Yeah, I think I was out at that point. I mean, I know people complain about TV now, but in reality it's always been few and far between in terms of finding good programmes. Pretty Boy, back again. It's good now there's a lot of consistency with the names, but I prefer the personal touch. And they've all got different names, like in Final Fight and Streets of Rage. I've actually got 7 bombs and I don't know how to use them. Was that it? No? I don't want to do the special move because that drains your health, I just want to use that. Mr. Blobby was funny as fuck. Oh, I did not find Mr. Blobby funny, I thought it was really annoying. In fact, even Noel Edmonds was really annoying in the end. The only fun thing I know about Mr. Blobby was that I used to go to my friend's flat and there used to be loads of people go around on like Friday night or something, and no one could be bothered to put any new CDs on, so they'd say put a new CD on, and I'd always like putting the worst tracks ever, and he had Mr. Blobby's single, so I used to put that on. People used to go absolutely mad. Blobby, 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 Blobby. And then obviously it would start, wouldn't it? Terrible. So that's it. That's the end of The Punisher. That familiar Capcom sound. I'm going to call it a day, 11:15. But I thank you for watching and commenting, and hopefully I'll upload some more videos soon. Goodbye for now. Keith Chegwin's Naked Games Show. Yeah, see you later, Stu. Cheers. Keith Chegwin, oh man. Oh. Surprised he's not been called into some sort of weird sex allegations thing. He's got to have been into some weird shit. How do we... I can't even turn it off. On that day I was born. To avenge them and others I like, I am the Punisher. Yeah, hello, is it working or what?